In today's news, Melissa makes historic landfall in Jamaica as Category 5 hurricane. BVI students safely evacuated from Jamaica ahead of hurricane's arrival. Security measures strengthened with stronger police presence in key areas across the territory, and Vanterpool confirms stepped up patrols and interagency coordination. These and more stories when To It For News returns.
We mash the gas, them bite the dust. We set the speed while they gathering rust. Inside we heart BVI come first. So please don't be fooled cause they not like us.
Once we mash the gas, them bite the dust. Cause we always fast and we always fuss. If you want a real speed, you know who to trust. Somebody better tell them they're not like who? They're not like us. CCT fast, like CCT fast, like CCT just generosity, love the community bad, like CCT first with the 5G. Cause BVI is we.
Welcome to the Tuesday, October 28th edition of To It For News. I am Jacques Wooding Donovan, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in southwestern Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane, bringing catastrophic winds, torrential rain, and a life-threatening storm surge to the island today. The storm struck near New Hope around 1 p.m., with maximum sustained winds estimated at 185 miles per hour, making it one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, reported that Melissa's central pressure dropped to 892 millibars, a reading that places it among the three strongest hurricanes in Atlantic history by pressure and wind intensity. Only one storm, Hurricane Allen in 1980, recorded stronger sustained winds of 190 miles per hour, and only two hurricanes have had lower pressure readings of 888 and 882 MB. The Jamaican government declared the situation extremely dangerous and life-threatening, urging all residents and visitors to shelter in place as the storm tore through the island. Officials warned of catastrophic damage to homes, infrastructure, and power networks, as well as life-threatening flash floods and landslides. Here's a look at some of the footage coming out of Jamaica.
Anybody in that oh my god. I'm next one, go back at this, I see you there.
Melissa's destructive winds and slow movement are expected to compound the impacts with prolonged rainfall, increasing the risk of major flooding in areas across mountainous regions and coastal communities. The hurricane is now one of the strongest to ever hit Jamaica in recorded history and the most powerful in the Atlantic since Hurricane Dorian in 2019, which devastated the Bahamas with similar wind speeds. Forecasters expect Melissa to continue moving northward later tonight, crossing the southeastern portion of Cuba by Tuesday night before hitting, I should say, the southeastern Bahamas on Wednesday. Regional governments and disaster relief agencies are on high alert as the Caribbean braces for widespread destruction from this being one of the most intense hurricanes to strike the region this year. Premier Dr. Natalia Wheatley has confirmed that BVI students who were studying in Jamaica have been safely evacuated to the Cayman Islands ahead of the arrival of Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. The Premier expressed gratitude to the government and people of the Cayman Islands for their swift assistance and said the Virgin Islands stands ready to support Jamaica and other affected nations in the storm's aftermath. BVI students studying in Jamaica have been safely evacuated to the Cayman Islands as Jamaica is being impacted by Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. Premier Dr. Natalia Wheatley has thanked the Premier and government of the Cayman Islands for assisting in the process. Premier Wheatley, in a message, stated that as Hurricane Melissa continues to impact the region, he wants to take a moment to express his heartfelt concern for all those in its path. The Premier said that thoughts and prayers are with every family, community, and nation affected by this powerful storm. Dr. Wheatley is encouraging everyone to join him in praying for protection, strength, and swift recovery for brothers and sisters across Jamaica, noting that moments like these remind that there is one regional family bound by history, friendship, and shared resilience. Wheatley said that the government of the Virgin Islands has been closely monitoring the situation and assures that they stand ready to assist in any way they can. Premier Wheatley also said they have been in communication with regional partners, and as recovery needs become clear, the Virgin Islands will do its part to offer support. Up next, security measures strengthened with stronger police presence in key areas across the territory, and Commissioner VANTERPOOL confirms stepped-up patrols and interagency coordination. These and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Just give me my service. Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service. Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The National Security Council has agreed to ramp up security at His Majesty's Prison and increase police presence across the territory following the escape of two dangerous inmates, Jose Almestica and John Burgos, on Saturday night. Chaired by Governor Daniel Cruz, the NSC met in a special session on Monday, expressing deep concern over the incident and outlining immediate steps, including enhanced interagency coordination and intensified collaboration with regional and international partners to ensure the fugitives are recaptured. The National Security Council, NSC, has agreed on several actions to strengthen security measures at the prison and increase police presence. This in light of the escape on Saturday night of two dangerous criminals, Jose Almestica and John Burgos, who are both USVI residents. The NSC, chaired by Governor Daniel Cruz, convened a special meeting on Monday where it expressed its deep concern about the escapees. The council received Minister for Health and Social Development Vincent Wheatley, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry Tasha Bertie, and Superintendent of Prisons Jay Kendall for discussions on the prison break. Both the Superintendent of Prisons and Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vanterpool briefed the NSC, which included updates on the current investigation and search. Based on those updates, among the actions agreed were an increase in police presence in key areas, enhanced interagency coordination, and intensifying the ongoing manhunt for the escapees by ensuring close collaboration with regional and international law enforcement partners to secure the safe recapture of the escapees. Equally, the NSC condemned the shooting incident reported in Purcell Estate on the 26th of October and assured that it was not connected to the prison escape. The NSC said it strongly supports the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force's investigation and calls on members of the public to remain calm, not to approach the escapees, and to report any information to the police. Residents are also encouraged to be guided by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force to take precautionary measures, such as remaining aware of your surroundings and ensuring that their homes and vehicles are locked securely at all times. Following those meetings, Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vanterpool addressed the public. She confirmed that the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force continues an active investigation into the prison escape as well as a shooting incident that occurred this week, both of which have prompted heightened security measures across the territory. Vanterpool shared details following police response on Monday evening to reports of gunfire in the Purcell Estate area.
Earlier today, I provided a full briefing to the National Security Council on the recent events. Last evening, police responded to reports of gunfire in the Purcell Estate area. Upon arrival, spent shells were discovered confirming that a firearm had been discharged. An individual was later transported to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital in a vehicle that had visible gunshot holes, indicating an attempt on their life. The victim is currently receiving medical attention at the hospital. Investigations into this incident are ongoing, and our investigators are determining if and how the prison escape and the shooting incident event may be connected. As a precautionary measure and to ensure the continued safety and security of all residents, increased patrol units have been assigned to Postal Estate and the surrounding areas.
The acting commissioner also touched on the matter of the escaped prisoners, Jose Almestica and John Burgos. She said the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is working closely with His Majesty's Customs and the Department of Immigration, who are providing 24-hour monitoring at all ports.
Teams within the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force have immediately begun investigations, including analyzing all available footage in and around the prison and at other locations to identify vehicles and personnel movements of interest. We have also conducted a number of interviews. Across the territory, our officers are highly engaged at strategic locations, including ports of entry and all possible areas of departure. His Majesty's Customs and the Department of Immigration are working closely with us, closely providing 24 hours monitoring of all ports and private docks.
Vanterpool warned that both escapees are considered armed and dangerous and urged members of the public not to approach them under any circumstances. She assured the public that the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Command Team is working around the clock with diligence and determination to ensure the situation is brought to a swift and safe resolution. She also confirmed that the U.S. Virgin Islands authorities have been engaged in this investigation as part of regional cooperation efforts.
You may notice an increase in our police presence throughout the territory. This is deliberate and is an effective tool to allow us to quickly locate and apprehend these fugitives. I want to stress that these individuals are considered armed and dangerous. Do not approach them under any circumstance. The RVIPF Marine Unit is also actively patrolling our coastal areas, and such operations are ongoing across our surrounding islands. Evidence collected from the escape site has been secured and is now being analyzed by our forensic officers. I understand that this is an unsettling time for the resident of the Virgin Islands. However, please be assured that the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, the command team, and I, as acting commissioner, are working tirelessly around the clock with diligence and determination to bring these matters to a swift and safe conclusion. If you see them or notice anything suspicious, report it to the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force immediately. We fully intend to capture these escapees and return them to custody, bringing a swift end to this comprehensive manhunt. I want to reiterate that authorities in the United States Virgin Islands have also been engaged in this matter. As acting commissioner, I'm fully committed to the safety and security of every corner of the Virgin Islands. I will continue to provide updates as they become available as we work together to keep our territory safe.
Vanterpool reminded the public to keep homes and vehicles locked, stay away from active police areas unless necessary, and maintain communication with family and neighbors.
Always remain aware of your surroundings and report any suspicious activity immediately. Ensure that your homes and vehicles are properly locked and secured at all times. Avoid areas where police activity is taking place unless necessary, and follow all instructions from officers. If you're out in public, stay in well-lit and populated areas whenever possible. Keep communication lines open with family, friends, and neighbors to quickly share any safety information. Thank you, and please continue to stay safe and vigilant.
Up next, BioGerm Solutions CEO provides an update on the administration complex and tropical wave expected to sustain unsettled weather through early Thursday. These When to Wait for News returns. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. BioGerm Solutions is moving ahead with its administration complex demolding project, starting with the removal of mold from the building to ensure a safe and healthy workspace. Details in this report. Chief Executive Officer of BioGerm Solutions, Alan Wheatley, has provided an update on the ongoing demolding project at the administration complex, which began in August. According to Wheatley, the project is being carried out in 3 phases, with phase 1 focused on removing mold from the building.
6 weeks of the molding to 8 weeks. So we started, like I said, middle of August with the load out. We just about finished end of September, early October. We finished last week. So it'll be a total of 8 and 9 weeks going through the whole process of creating all the demolition that was needed, and as well as then coupling that with the spraying to kill the mold, and last but not least, the 3-part phase, which was to clean by hand this entire basement. So we had several young men in there with their mask and everything cleaning. Then we had someone back them up by spraying. And then last but not least, we fumigate. And fumigate, you're letting off the gas. And when you let off the gas, you're letting off chlorine dioxide. Once we seal this building with enough chlorine dioxide in there, nothing lives. No mold, no rat, no cockroach.
He explained that the presence of mold had raised health and safety concerns, and a specialist in mold assessment and remediation was engaged to ensure the cleanup is done to professional standards.
So that was done completely for the west wing, partially for the east wing. We're just waiting on some material to come in. Hopefully that'll be here by Friday or early next week, and we will finish this west wing with full fumigation. And last but not least, until our guy comes in November to the 5th to give us a clean bill of health, we will be maintaining the building every couple of days by spraying it. or we have a resident mold germ remediation specialist, but effectively a specialist in mold that did the pre-testing. He generated a 270-page report on the condition of the building, its entirety, and he will be coming back to test the basement, one, to ensure that we did effectively do a good job and it's relatively mold-free, as well as to check to make sure that if any of that mold through the vents went up into either of these other floors, what is the extent of the exposure? We know possibly that's the case, and there's a part of my contract that once they do the demolition of the interior for the first, second, and third floor, we're supposed to come back and demold those 3 floors, and then the whole building will be retested again, and then at that point the government will be clear to fully effect their retrofitting of the complex.
In weather, moisture and instability ahead of an approaching tropical wave will continue to linger across the territory, maintaining a heightened chance of showers over the next 24 hours. A light to moderate and warm southeasterly wind flow will also contribute to occasional periods of unsettled weather. Tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy, with occasional cloudy spells and a continued 60% chance of brief overnight showers extending from today. Winds will blow from the southeast at 7 to 16 miles per hour, becoming lighter at times, and seas are expected to range from 4 to 6 feet, while mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:16 a.m. And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us online at 284media.com, like us on Facebook at 284media, and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I am Jaka Wooding Donovan, and I will see you again tomorrow. So have yourself a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.